We are entering an era where traditional leadership models collapse under the weight of complexity. Decentralized intelligence, AI, and global volatility. The role of the CEO is no longer to command. It is to catalyze, to dissolve, and to evolve. We don't just challenge outdated paradigms, we replace them with a new operating system for leadership in the post-CEO world. You will walk away not only rethinking what a leader does, but what a leader is. They told us to build empires, to scale, to dominate, and to control. They gave us MBAs, frameworks, 5-year plans. But what if I told you that model is already dead? I want you to forget everything you have learned about leadership. Forget about hierarchies. Forget about KPIs. Forget about the myth of a visionary CEO who sees all, knows all, and leads from the above. Because in the world we are entering, the most powerful leaders don't lead, they disappear. And organizations become stronger because of that. Welcome to the age of post-human strategy. For 100 years, leaders were modeled after journals. CEOs were supposed to see the terrain, issue orders, and ensure that every soldier followed without question. But here's the problem. Complexity eats hierarchy for breakfast. Let me show you why. The average CEO tenure today is 4.3 years, and the average lifespan of Fortune 500 company is less than 18 years. That's not coincidence. That is correlation. Why? Because the faster the world changes, the more dangerous it becomes to centralized decision making. Jeff Bezos once said, the day Amazon goes from day 1 to day 2 is the day we stop obsessing over customers. But here's what he didn't say. Day 2 isn't stagnation, it is entropy. And it starts the moment the leadership believes it has answers. Let me introduce you to someone who understood this before anyone else. Meet Kazuo Inamori, the founder of Kyocera and Japan Airlines. He turned around a failing airline in less than a year, not by imposing top-down change, but by doing something radical. He gave up control. Inamori believed that people closest to the work should make decisions. So he did something unthinkable. He handed over the power to the frontline employees. No micromanagement, no quarterly OKRs, just principles. Result? Japan Airlines went from $5 billion in debt to $1.8 billion in profit in 14 months. Not because he led better, but because he led less. This is the first secret of post-CEO world. Greatness emerges when leaders stop trying to create it. We romanticize a lone genius, the visionary, the disruptor. But what if I told you that vision now is a liability? Case study of QB. They have raised $1.7 billion. 8 months later, gone. Why? Because they had a brilliant vision for a world that no longer exists. They spent millions in developing short form video content, but forget to ask who actually wants it. Meanwhile, TikTok didn't have a plan. It had platform. It let users shape the product. And look where that got them. The future do not belong to those who predict it. It belongs to those who invite others to invent it. And this is the second secret of the post CEO world. Do not build a vision, build a vacuum and let ecosystem fill it. Ant colonies do not have managers, yet they function with airy precision. How? Ants follow simple rules and adapt to real-time signals, and so do the best companies today. Case study of GitLab. GitLab has 6,500 employees across 65 countries. No headquarter, no meetings, no hierarchy. Just transparency, asynchronous communication, and a culture of emergent leadership. When pandemic hit, they didn't pivot, they thrived. Their secret was not agility, it was anti-leadership architecture. Every employee can access every document, every roadmap, every salary. Decisions are not made by committee, they are made by whoever cares enough to solve the problem. And this is the third secret of post-CEO world. Leadership is not a title. It is the temporary alignment of the purpose. Power used to mean control. Today it means surrender.
Twitter Chief Executive Officer Jack Dorsey is stepping down from his role.
Jack Dorsey left Twitter and stepped back from Square. Not because he failed, but because he succeeded. He knew that innovation couldn't happen inside legacy. True leaders do not hold onto power, they disperse it. They know that the more you own, the less you learn. And this is the fourth secret of post CEO world. The ultimate act of leadership is letting go so that the organization can outgrow you. We measure revenue, profit, market cap, but these are the relics of the slower world. What if we measured adaptability instead? Shopify didn't chase trends. They built infrastructure. They created tools that allowed small businesses to survive lockdown. Result, their stock price tripled and merchant count doubled. They didn't win by scaling, they won by enabling. And this is the fifth secret of post CEO world. Success is not how much you grow. It is how much you help others to grow. Soon, algorithms will outthink us. Machines will out-strategize us. AI will write codes, design products, even draft marketing campaigns. So, what will happen to human leadership? These tools do not need managers, they need curators, people who can ask right questions, set ethical boundaries, and amplify human creativity. This is the sixth secret of post-CEO world. Leadership is curation, not creation. Sphere is not a framework, it is a philosophy, a way to thrive in a world where certainty is extinct. S for simple, complexity is your enemy. P for powerful, influence flows from clarity, not control. A for adaptive, survival belongs to the flexible. R is resilient, strength is not rigidity, it is recovery. E is emergent, greatness rises from the edge, not from the center. And this is the seventh secret of the post-CEO world. The future belongs to those who stop trying to run the show and start creating the conditions for the magic to happen. You came here to learn how to lead better. Instead, I've shown you how to lead less. Because the greatest leaders of our time, they don't build castles, they build ecosystems. They don't chase power, they distribute it. They don't predict future, they invite it to unfold. This is Badar Arshi, your friend and business coach, creator of the Sphere, the Evolution Pentagon. Join our movement to reinvent the corporate systems for the complex world of tomorrow. Subscribe now to receive insights, case studies, and practical tools for implementing the great inversion in your organization.